Hello, 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 welcome back to Magic with Melly. I am Melly. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. I just hope you are doing well or the best that you can be. Your best looks different every day, so if your best is sincerely letting yourself lay in bed and cry and feel your feelings, that is okay. If your best is something else, let that be. Let it be, okay? Let yourself be. This reading is for you if you are looking for some sort of love reading. We have a King of Pentacles out. In the middle is the Strength card. Okay, it's reverse, and behind the deck is 9 of Cups, and this 7 wants to pop itself out too. It's someone, if you're resonating with wanting a love reading and you were dealing with a King of Pentacles, is really giving someone was really grounded in their ways. But since meeting you and thinking about you, they have either slowly or suddenly, they have slowly or suddenly decided to change their ways because they are coming to terms with the fact that you may be their wish fulfillment. You may have been what the universe gave to them, God-given, sent from heaven kind of energy. So if you've been struggling with how someone's behaving or interacting in the relationship, 9 of Pentacles is giving independence. Someone's been single for a long time, someone's been independent for a long time. So being used to being in that way, in those types of ways, you definitely shook this person up is what I'm getting. So let's see what some more clarity cards for this King of Pentacles for the collection dealing with King of Pentacles energy. And what are we needing to know about this connection for collective's highest good so that we can move forward with our lives and get the best out of everything? Let's see. We have the Moon, and the deck flipped, half the deck flipped, so it's giving 10 of Swords reverse and the Empress reverse. Someone's seen big betrayal from a fake Empress, someone who was pretending to be something they're not. The Moon is giving secrets, is giving hidden, being revealed though. So someone could be seeing pain placements differently is what I'm understanding. Trying not to just project pain onto whoever triggers it, because just because you're triggered, the Fool card and 10 of Pentacles behind it, just because you're triggered doesn't mean it's on or from the person that it's someone needs to dig a little deeper is what I'm getting, or walk away. Pain placements. Pain placements. Pain placements. Okay, so for example, in a situation or an experience, event, a painful experience gets triggered. Not everyone involved is the problem, because there is involvement that brings solution. Does that make sense? Not everything is a problem, though it feels painful. Not everything in the problem is a problem, because part of the problem is the solution, right? And it's giving the Fool card reverse is giving you just weren't willing to see the solution. Someone wasn't willing to see the solution. Someone wasn't willing to see that the solution to... Sometimes you've maxed out healing on your own, and there's levels of healing that only you can do in a relationship. It's giving this relationship's going to be really healing. If Page of Wands reverse, and now Page of Swords. I see the Devil too. The Devil wants to be reversed, and the Sun behind it is also reversed in the middle of the deck. It's really giving, like, this is like your person. It was hard for your person to admit this level of passion, because this level of passion just doesn't come in so fast, so soon. That experience really only comes surrounding like soulmate energy, twin flame energy. Is like one of those, you know, immediately, and the passion comes on really quickly and really hot. It's like I don't know why I'm thinking of like boiling water. It's like it's like it's giving, the pot is like all the pieces in this imagery is some sort of metaphor. So the pot is something to hold, the water is maybe information, the heat is like something that gets added to the situation to like for more, right? Because like we boil water so we can cook things, we boil water so that we can have tea and coffee and things like that, and like water is very nourishing, water has information. Like setting the pot of water on the stove to burn is like, it's not going to be boiling right away. It takes time. And it's like when you're ready, when you touch it, it's like really hot to the touch. You're like, ah. And it's like, it's giving that, like, it's giving your person's always been ready, but they've been holding back, or like something about like it takes time. Because like someone who's putting a pot of water on the stove to boil, it's like they're ready to eat. They're ready to dive in, right? They're ready to have, it's like I'm hearing like someone looks like a snack, someone's a whole meal, and like this person's ready to eat, right? And so you gave yourself the time to be ready, and then they didn't know that you were ready all this time is what it's giving. Or someone was ready all this time, and like the time it took for them to get ready, by the time they try to touch you, you were too hot, if that makes sense. Like you were too much for them, because they had their pacing's different than yours. But I'm hearing like one individual's learning from the individual, and that does take time. It takes one person leading by example, which the details to get that person to lead by example is limitless. It could be a very short list or a very long list. And then when that person leads by example, it lets the people around them see, and it's up to that person's willpower. Do I follow in this person's footsteps? Do I step up to the plate too? Do I and it's like one of those things where stepping up to the plate at the same time requires very delicate details to align, for it to happen at the same time. So if anything, this person's like following your footsteps, and it's like I'm hearing following the leader, following the leader. So it's like maybe you think they're only a few steps behind, but maybe they're a few extra steps behind than you thought. Because there are, maybe they ran into a few obstacles they didn't expect, that you maybe plowed through them, but they were a little bit more difficult of a step for them than it was for you. the details of your experience versus the details of your person's experience. There are things that maybe they can fill you in on. There are things that you can fill your person in on, that can either help them, or you may find that it's not working out because they're not, like, it's becoming dangerous because they cannot keep up with you, if that makes sense. Like something about community and being on the same level is like, we are all equals here, but we do also at some point need to maintain boundaries, because there are individuals that tend to want to drag those down that can, like, you know, that because it's just they're looking for support in the wrong places, right? If someone's going downhill, you should not bring your others downhill with you. Not unless they're like willingly, you know, willing to go down that path with you. It's just giving boundaries, okay? Someone needs to keep going at the pace that they need to go at, and so going slower or any faster is excruciating. It's painful to go any slower or faster. So asking someone to change any of those details, you like, it simply just cannot. Some things just are or are not working out, but always in your favor, always for a higher good. We have a Knight of Wands. We have a Nine of Cups. Someone's just in deep contemplation. They're tired of this, actually. And we need less thinking, more doing, I think, from collective, or from collective's person. Less thinking, more doing. I'm hearing there were like failed opportunities, like someone wasn't getting the hints at the time. It's like I just got this like message earlier today. It was like explosive emotional reactions are usually just a compound piling up of other times you didn't get to emotionally feel the way you wanted to. You just didn't let yourself. This is not always the response to the present moment. It's usually a response to something that was compounding. Like recently, all I've been doing is crying around a connection. And I think it's because my eyes got open to times that I should have cried for myself. But I was manipulated into seeing a specific version of them that they wanted me to see. Some boundaries are not healthy. Some boundaries are protecting an ego that doesn't apply on a soul level. So let's see what else is up here for collective. We have King of Cups and 10 of Cups. Ooh, someone's mastered how they're feeling about you. It's like, I think before this King of Cups and even the King of Pentacles, like, the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles are the same person. It's like giving, before they were at 9 of Cups energy, now they're at 10. And it's like when they realize, like, they may have all 9 cups and they only had 1 cup missing. They realize, I think, that you were the one holding the last cup. You're the one holding the last cup the whole time. All of these manifestations that came true for this King of Cups, it was because this person's Empress or this person's counterpart was in their energy. Maybe they weren't aware of, oh, my counterpart's here, and they didn't even know who it was, but the fact that their counterpart was even in their energy at all brought in all the cups, right? And it's like all this contemplation, and then like grounding. King of Cups and a King of Pentacles become like it when those two energies are within the same person. It's really giving like emotional intelligence and like grounding, just grounding your goals and using your emotional intelligence as a tool to get what you want. Like it's giving self-fulfillment, and it's giving like self-fulfillment for this person is you. I think a lot of the trouble before was from not choosing you, and not like some of the chaos that they experienced. Maybe they didn't realize like the subtle movements of choosing you versus not choosing you versus choosing you versus not choosing you, because you were always there. You were in their energy. But it's like I'm hearing like, because someone had boundaries, because I pick up the deck as Knight of Wands is reversed underneath it, Four of Cups, and I was just talking about like someone may have put up a boundary saying like, okay, like what is really going on here? Like someone had some sort of a awakening, use their intuition plus emotional intelligence to just put up boundaries, and it really, instead of like, it held a mirror to your person of like, oh, when did all my blessings start coming in? Oh, it was about the time that I met this person. So like some of like what I'm saying about like some subtle movements is like, maybe you couldn't notice it because you were still getting to know the magic. You were still getting to know the person and their unique, what they can bring to the table. And so as you were learning that, and I think going back in time, you're like, oh, this and this were related, and I initially didn't think they were. Oh, this and this was set up because, like, it's like just giving like a domino effect. Like the second your person came into your life, everything got better. But then when that person tries to leave your life, everything goes to shit. And like, you could really tell how magical a person is, or how much someone is meant to be in your life, because of what they bring to your life when they're in your life, and what they bring to your life when they leave your life. Like what's going on. Sometimes your life turns to shit because you met someone and you continue to choose them, let them in, and spirit is attacking your life, trying to show you it's this person. Whenever you're around this person, bad stuff happens. Whenever you're around this person, good stuff happens. But if you don't pay close attention, or if you have a lot of friends, a lot of family and friends, and you're always hanging out with people, you're not going to notice these movements. And so, particularly now looking back, this individual like flirted with me, and then something happened to their car, because I'm sure they went to go see someone who they were interested in, but they were also showing me interest. So then that like spirit tried to stop them from seeing somebody else, because they're supposed to be seeing me. But I didn't see it, and I was like, oh no, like, sorry about your car, okay? And then fast forward to like now, I'm like reading back messages, and like all these things started popping off for them, and it was just the beginning. When I met them, they had no idea that they were going to experience so many amazing things because I entered their life. And I was just seeing the beginning of it, and thought that they had like, I don't know, I really thought that they were like so many steps ahead of me, but I was giving them steps. And like this is maybe what this feels like my reading, but it's like but I'm also speaking from like I'm speaking from a learned experience. And it's really giving, like, just use it as an example, okay? Because I don't even know, like, I don't even know how to fully explain it, but you'll know it when you're in it, okay? Because my life started to get pretty screwed up when I invited, like, new people in who had just, it does not matter what you're going through, okay? Because I have some shit on my back lately. I say it very as neutral as I can. I owe my ex a lot of money, but he is my extortionist and is very violent, and abusive mentally, physically. So the point in bringing any of my exes up is that when they enter your life, you see details of your life start to be some type of way, and it's spirit showing you something. They will try to show you something very specific, but your intuition and relating it, intuition is, believing in your intuition is hard to do. I get it, because we need physical validation, right? And sometimes people manipulate the physical validation, that especially if you are being vulnerable. So I had some of these details arise, and I brought it to the person, and then they were like, no, you're crazy, or no, like, I don't know what you're talking about, that doesn't exist, or like whatever XYZ they could say to dissolve your confrontation. It's like looking for that physical validation can put you in a place of being gaslit. You validate your own intuition by trusting how you feel, trusting your gut. Don't give it to somebody else to try and change your mind or put you, it's really unsafe. So yeah, Spirit warned me, one of the times I was leaving my ex's house, my car got rear-ended. And I think that it just really goes to show the rear ending was like, I needed to back up. I needed to take a step back and see what was going on. And my what ended up happening is my root chakra was really off. And I chose what I thought was safe at the time. But that's a big problem with imbalance. Someone needs a chakra clearing. Someone needs to know, like, someone's been operating from imbalance too long, so what normally feels safe isn't safe. If your root chakra's never been healthy, what you think is safe is not safe. And sometimes going towards the complete opposite energy of what you think is going to be exactly it. Sometimes what you think is not it, right? And I think I had the absolute wrong idea. Like, someone could have been dealing with a false twin flame, because we had the Empress reverse and the 9 of Swords reverse earlier in the reading. Someone who is pretending to be someone they're not, right? You will think that they're your twin flame, but they're going to be the exact opposite. And I went into the situation clean slate. I had healed my broken heart, and I thought I was being told the truth. At least, like, someone seemed like they were ready to be committed. So then I committed myself to them, and in doing that, I put myself under someone's control because of having no boundaries with my heart. I think I needed to learn, and collective needs to learn, that giving your heart to someone requires that they're giving you their heart as well. Like, you can't be the only one having emotions and having thoughts and sharing those details. There's plenty of exhaustion just asking the person to share how they feel. It's not just the facts. Like I don't know, like, in that relationship, I was the one that was like, tell me everything. I want to know everything. Like, I am ready. Like, I want to know the random thing that made you smile at the store today. Like, all those like really small details people don't normally pay attention to. Like, all of that, right? And I'm like literally begging for all those details, and that's not fair, right? I would just give all those details because I know that's what I want in a connection, right? Someone who's just 100% transparent, 100% just fluid and flowing and letting it all out, letting it all, come towards me, and like just the same as I was doing for them, right? And so when you're the only one doing that, it's exhausting. Some collective, it's not fair for you to be the only one keeping the connection together. Know you deserve the same love that you give in return. So it's like, oh, Empress reverse. You have the 8 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups reverse, and the Sun. I really want to emphasize the 2 of Pentacles here. It's like really giving operating from imbalance is a real domino effect. For sure. Someone can intentionally put you in imbalanced spaces. Need to experience right now in their reading for their highest good. King of Swords. You have 8 of Cups again. Okay. Someone is being controlled with their communication at this time. It's like it's someone protecting their peace right now and being patient. It's giving someone is being patient because they're not going to accept less than what they deserve, but they know what they want or who they want. I'm saying this because like I'm pretty solid on an individual. When I've chosen an individual, I've chosen that individual. And right now they're offering less than what they're offering less than what I deserve, but I know they have the world to offer to the right person, and it's a matter of they need to find out if I'm their person, right? And I'm giving them the grace and the patience to like let themselves figure that out. It's like this being a few steps behind can be really excruciating. It's like back to like parts of the beginning of the reading. It's like, think of like being in the woods and you're like, there's a trail of you guys, like you and another person, or you and a group of people. Maybe you have more than one option, okay? And you're not just gonna go for the first person who finishes the race. You're gonna go for the person that's best for you. Like, just because they're the fastest doesn't mean that they're like, I don't know, like, how do I explain that? Because we're talking about like human connections. It's like there's no rush in this life. Like, we call it human race, but we're not like competing against each other, and we're not in any rush. We should not be in any rush, because what are we rushing for anyway? Like, we know the inevitable. We know that we have a death day. We know that we have expiration dates, that one day we will die, okay? The whole point though is enjoying the living, right? And so it's like, what's the rush? Really, what's the rush? Like, enjoy your moments more. Enjoy your connections more. Enjoy your material items more, but stay humble. Because those things can be taken from you like swiping a rug underneath you, right? It could like, especially around chosen ones, or like very special, or like ordained individuals, ones that are highly protected spiritually, because they send very important messages to collective, or to those that need to survive, you know. So it's definitely giving like karmic experiences are seen really extreme or really immediately surrounding these chosen ones. Or someone needs to listen to a chosen one. So like, someone's opinion who you value, who's very seldom been wrong. Maybe maybe initially the information they give seems like really whack and seems like really targeted, like, but they're only targeting an attacker, right? And the attacker will not be as honest as the chosen one, and like that's where some of the chaos occurs, is like karma will be applied to those who won't listen. Karma will be applied to those who deliberately mean maliciousness towards chosen ones. And it could even be like someone who doubts, like, oh, they say that they're magical, they're spiritual, and then they're like doubting that they're gonna see consequences because they think that you're just human. Page of Pentacles reverse is like, being human is still magical. It's just like our powers get turned off when we misuse our powers. Someone's definition of being human is like very different from other people's definitions of being human. Like spiritual insights are just different for everyone. But I'm just the point I want to get at is, karmically, karma has been playing in this game of life. It's a wonderful tool to help you see yourself. Karma doesn't just attack you because they're taking this person's side. No, karma means well. Karma means balance. So if you intended harm on someone, if that person received that harm, they never deserved it. Once they heal, it comes back. That harm you intended was always meant to come back to you, whether it was sooner or later. If that person received the harm you intended for them, yeah, it is going to take some time, because it's going to be that divine timing of when they heal. Keyword, when they heal. Willpower. Karma sometimes seems really random, but it's tied with willpower. Someone's intention to heal what has been done to them, at that time that individual makes that decision, that's when karma gets pushed on. It's like, now it's your time to learn. This person learned that they should have never received the pain that they got from you. Now and it's not even like the person has to say they want to send it back. Karma just sends it back automatically. But you can boost karma's intentions by matching karma's intentions and being like, yeah, karma, I see you. I know you're sending back the energy. I send it back again. Or transmuting it, however you are. Because holding on to anger, resentment, frustration, that only continues the cycle, right? You wanting to add to someone's karma, like they may have already dissipated or dissolved their karma. So if they already dissolved their karma, you wanting to like add more to the karma. Like, karma knows to balance the situation. So it's trust it's balanced. Trust that the event happened for a reason, that the event balanced the situation, and that if it's not balanced, then in due time we will see a karmic balance. I was speaking about my left side of the car with the profanity that was etched on there, and it's like, at the time of the attack, I really wanted to attack back. I really wanted to say a lot of words. I really wanted to, well, I called the police, but I really wanted to do like so much more than what I was doing. But I did the best I could, the best that kept me in my best character and helped me feel like I did something. Of course, frustration, anger, even fear makes me want to do more, but I transmuted that and I go, okay, I receive whatever karma that was leading up to me, right? When I was 18, it was basically a hit and run, but not a dangerous one. It was up on someone's bumper car, on the bumper of their car, and like the bumper of my car, and it's like, that's really like, what? And it's like, at that point in time, I thought I got away with it. And it's like, then there's a ripple effect, because at the time of attack, my ex thought he got away with it, because he did, but he didn't, because his intention was, he did it with purpose. I didn't harm anyone. I've not had intentions to harm anyone ever. Maybe harming those who harm me, but even in that, I hope they're learning their lesson. Every time I've tried to, like, it's like hurt people. When I was hurt and I tried to hurt people the same, like, I just wanted them, like, the whole intention behind that was like, I always just wanted them to see how I hurt, or see like how it feels, you know, like. But in the other realm of things, I'm like, okay, like, I know I didn't deserve some of this extra stuff. Like, this guy thinks I'm some type of person that I'm not. And so, like, I just, like, I'm like, okay, this person's projecting onto me. They're projecting karma onto me. They want me to look like I have bad karma. So I was like, fine. They want it to look a certain way. It can look that way. They, like, whatever. Like, I know what my intentions are. I'm just going to continue in my intentions. I'm going to continue in my good character. And with that, nearly a year, more than a year later, my car gets fixed. Like, I'm in another car accident, but everything gets fixed. The car comes back better than before the accident. It's like, in due time, right? Like, I was finally ready to start speaking. Page of Pentacles, ready to start speaking and, like, making true lessons out of it, and not just keeping the lessons to myself. I was ready to make these lessons public for collective. And when I started making the lessons more public for collective, that's when the car accident that fixed the other stuff happened. About, like, checking blind, like, and that was like that reading where I said, oh, someone needs to check their blind spot. When I said someone needs to check their blind spot, they hit me. And okay, so, like, when I decided to heal, and even heal enough to where I can speak about it and not feel like guilt or shame, like, I was carrying the guilt or shame that he should have. He should feel guilty. He should feel shameful for what he did to my car, except I felt that and was so quiet about it, because I was like, I don't want to drive my car. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do, like, he wanted me to be fearful. He wanted me to be this whatever. Okay, there was negative energy that was being projected onto me, and I'm like, I don't deserve to feel this way. I ended up putting my logo over the profanity, getting myself together, getting myself stronger than ever before. And then right at the turning point of I'm ready to start talking about it, fixed. Karmic balance. Someone needs to hear this. Karma has its own divine timing situationally, with the person's placements, with time. All sorts of things are involved in karma. At the time that a karmic event strikes, you are going to be triggered to remember specific people, specific places, specific things that were said, specific lots of specific details are going to arise. Just know that intuitively all those things are related. Though at the time that they were happening, they don't seem related. They definitely are if they are being accumulated, like they're being sort of all triggered in the same moment, if that makes sense. So like what I mean by that is, I said check your blind spots. If you know, someone needs to go back to that reading, but it's like, if you don't see or give yourself the time to look, then you will definitely hit something you're not meant to. And that conversation was about family and friends, who they're supposed to be your family and friends, but are they actually in that role? That could be one of those huge blind spots. And get this, in the time of my car accident, a dangerous family member called. And I didn't call them first. I didn't tell them I was in an accident. They just were triggered, like something they were doing behind the scenes maliciously. Like I was in a dangerous situation. Dangerous because I'm fine. But it was like being in a car accident of any degree, whether it's just a fender bender or a total flip over or something like that, it's still dangerous because you're dealing with someone you don't know who you made a collision with, right? Like, and so you really don't know what's going to happen. And so I called very few people. I called who could help me. And then a different family or friend called, didn't know anything about the situation, but something bad happened to me and their energy was drawn to it. Does that make sense? And I'm like, this person pretends like they care. And my blind spot was revealed in that day. It's like you're into, like, you will definitely see, experience, like, exactly what you need to. Your intuition will not stray you. Like, your intuition does not, I don't want to say like always trust your intuition, because psychic attack comes in as if they're your own thoughts, okay? But just protect your peace, protect your intuition here. If intuitively you know or see something, or, you know, just it comes to you intuitively, trust that before you trust the people around you. People lie, energy doesn't, and it's really giving. Like, it's heartbreaking what was revealed to me that day, but I'm much more safer and with peace of mind because I saw what I saw, and I seen my karmic balance. It's like, if I'm made to feel some type of way about my disability, then Spirit's going to apply a similar disability to somebody who was inflicting like some sort of energy towards me. And what I mean is, like, I go to group dance, and I think last year an individual started to like be social and like group up the ladies together, but like she would always group up everybody and not invite me. And I started to feel some type of way about that. And then I'm like, I don't deserve to feel this type of way. Like, actually, I don't really care to hang out with these people anymore. They had their chance, they lost it. I don't want to hang out with them now. So when I decided that, guess who came into dance group with a physical looking difference? The person who was orchestrating. It's like a family member got punched in the face, and it's like that was revealing to me that they couldn't handle like some physical appearance that I have being next to me with my physical appearances. So then their actions to affect my physical appearance, then Spirit affects their physical appearance. I don't know how they were trying to affect my physical appearance. Sometimes it's like sometimes someone says something like, oh, did you know that she doesn't shower? Or like they'll say like, oh, do you know that so and so like cheats? Or like, I don't know, did you, like, they like say some whack ass stuff to get people to be like, oh, I didn't know that about that person. It's like affecting someone, how someone's being able to appear as their true self. Someone who does that, then they get affected in the same way, but their unique detail may shift or adjust accordingly because you don't know what they do around other people. Does that make sense? So like one of my last readings I was talking about, it felt like my heart space was attacked because they were attacking my career. Like they were attacking Magic with Melly and like the concepts surrounding it. So like moon stuff and crystals, they were like attacking that, right? So then right after they got COVID, and I'm like, they were maybe attacking other people's heart spaces and not just mine, but I was the one that's kind of started the rest of the karmic experiences, because I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I am highly protected, so it's just becomes so much easier when you like first and foremost protect yourself, and then know that you are spiritually protected because you have that intention. When you have intentions, and then the universe will match them, right? The universe will sort of, the universe is complex. That's why we have so many readers and so many like different energies, is because it's complex. It's complex because we're meant to piece it together in a way that's unique for us. So from my just zooming out of all the personal details, all the like little messages that we put in here, is like, if you zoom out, the greater scheme of things is allowing yourself to see your karmic placements and your pain placements and use them as a tool to do better, to receive better, to just all in all become the person you're supposed to be. And be around the people that you're supposed to be. Before this reading, I got the sense of like, I've been here before. I didn't know why, because I was like looking at my surroundings. I was like, which one of these places did I visit prior? Like I just recognized the area, but didn't know why I was in the area. And it's giving something to do with your soul. Like your soul has been here situationally before. When it comes to your partner, soulmates, twin flame journey, soul tribe, we come with our soul agreements. Like we agree that our soul is going to have specific experiences. So like this whole I've been here before energy, maybe someone needs to tap in a little bit on why something feels familiar. Familiarity is not always safe, because a lesson is a lesson. If it was a blessing, it would be called a blessing, wouldn't it? We have the Hierophant. Last message is just stay committed to you. Like really just, you're the constant in your life. So you ought to start showing up and treating yourself with the respect that you so deserve, right? People that we want as constants in our life, right? Like when we want someone to stay around, what do we do for them? We do anything and everything for them, right? If we want them to stay around, we will do anything and everything for them. So where's that energy when it comes to you, bro? Sis, fam, soul fam, whatever. You know, this is what I'm talking about. Hierophant. Okay? You got this. Goodbye.